Hello. Hi, this is Algebra 2, Lesson 23, and this lesson covers graphical solutions of systems of equations. Alright, so this first one tells us to solve this system of equations by graphing and then check our solution using either elimination or substitution. So, first thing I have to do to graph, I'm going to graph both of these lines and try to see where they cross each other. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rearrange this equation right here. I want to get my x by itself. So if I've got 3y minus 2x equals 3, I need to move this 3y to the other side. And I would have negative 2x equals, no, I need y by itself. Whoopsie. Y equals mx plus b. So I don't want to move the 3y, I want to move the 2x. Start over here. Alright, 3y minus 2x equals 3. I got to get y by itself, so I'm going to do plus 2x on both sides there. And I'll get 3y equals 2x plus 3. Now I have to divide everything by 3. And I get y equals 2/3 x plus 3 over 3 is 1. Now to graph this, remember y equals mx plus b, so our b is our y-intercept, that's 1. So I'm going to go up 1 on my y line and make a dot. Okay, and then 2 over 3 is our rise over run. That's our m, which is our slope. So our rise is 2 and our run is 3, so that means I go up 2 and over 3. So I start at my point that I've already graphed and I go up 2 over 3. Or I could go down 2, backwards 3. 2, backwards 1, 2, 3 would be right there. Okay, so there's my line. Make sure this is going to be a line right here. Oh, it's doing crazy stuff. I need it to be a straight line. And I want it to be purple. Go, alright. There we go. And then this side would be about right there. Okay, there's that line. Alright. Now we're going to rearrange this other one. Y plus x equals negative 1 minus x. That would be y equals negative x minus 1. Negative x is going to be our slope. Okay, so our y-intercept is so a negative 1 right there. So I'll go down 1 on my y line and make a mark. Now, negative x really means negative 1x, and that would be 1 over 1, and that's our rise and our run. Okay, so we're going to go backwards 1, no, down 1 over 1. Down 1 over 1. Down 1 over 1. Down 1 over 1. And remember, when we have a negative slope, it slopes downhill. And we have a positive slope, it goes uphill. So if I make a line for that, we make it be purple, or no, green. It's going to go to there. Totally messed that up. Here we go. And to there. Alright, so there's my two lines. This point where they meet is going to be the answer to this. And that is right about here. So that's going to be some kind of a fraction. It looks like, here we get all this out of the way. It looks like it is, x would be like negative 1 1/3 maybe. And then the y would be how far up it goes. So that would be not 0, but maybe like 1/4, right? So I'll go backwards 1 and about 1/3, and I go up about 1/4. So I'm going to say negative 1 1/3, that'd be 4/3, and positive 1/4, somewhere in there. Alright, so now I'm going to solve it. I think I'm going to use substitution. So I can rearrange this equation. Y plus x equals -1. I'll just do minus x. So I get y equals -x minus 1. And now I'm just going to substitute in that value into that equation. So 3y, and y we're going to replace with -x minus 1 minus 2x equals 3. Now I'm going to rainbow that. 3 times -1 would be -3x minus 3 minus 2x equals 3. Alright, and then I can put my x's together, so I've got -5x minus 3 equals 3 plus 3. And I get -5x equals 6, and then we divide by -5. And I get -6/5 for my x value. 4/3, 6/5, yep, that's 1 1/5 instead of 1 1/3. So that'd be a fifth right there. It was close. Alright, and then I'm just going to plug that -6/5 back into one of these equations for x. So y plus negative, so I don't want to do plus negative, I'll just do minus. Right, so I'm using this equation right here. Change colors. I'm doing this equation. So y plus, instead of x right there, I'm going to put -6/5. So minus 6/5 equals -1. I'll make that be 1/1. Actually, I'll make that be 5/5. Alright, so then I would do plus 6/5. And I'm going to get y equals 11/5. Oh, no. That'd be 1/5. Yep, because it's -5 and a +6. So 1/5. So we're only 1/5 up. I said 1/4. But it was pretty close. Alright, so that's how you graph and then come up with your answer from the graph. Alright, let's try another one. Solve this system by graphing, and then you check your solution using elimination or substitution. Alright, so we're going to graph this one first. This top one we'll rearrange. Y minus 2x equals 2. I'm going to do plus 2x. And I'll get y equals 2x plus 2. That one's pretty easy. The plus 2 right here at the end, that means go up 2 and make a mark. And then my 2x means my slope is 2/1. So rise is up 2/1. Or you could do down 2, backwards 1. So there's that line. Let me change that to blue. About there. Looks pretty good. Get a little bigger so we can see it. There we go. Okay, now we're going to do our other one. We'll use purple. Y equals -3. So that means no matter what x is, y is always a -3. So if x is 0, y is -3. Right? If x is 3, y is -3. So this one's just a straight line. Okay? So I'll make my line on that one. there. Make that be purple. There we go. Alright, now we can see where those two lines cross. Right here. Okay, so the coordinates for this would be, x would be about, looks like 3.5, or 2.5, negative 2 and 1/2, and then 3, negative 3, right? So my guess from that would be negative, let's see, 5 over 2, right? Because that's the same thing as 2.5, and negative 3. So let's check that and see. If y equals negative 3, I can use substitution. I can substitute this negative 3 right into here. So I could say negative 3 minus 2x equals 2. Let's see, plus 3. Negative 2x equals 5 divided by negative 2. And I get x equals negative 5 over 2. And that's exactly what I said right there. X is 5 over 2. And then for y, I could say if x is 5 over 2, y minus 2x, which is 2 times 5 over 2, equals 2. We multiply that, 5 over 2 times 2 over 1. Those cancel, I get 5. Y minus 5 equals 2, and then I would do plus. Hang on, that doesn't seem right. Something's wrong. That has to come out with 3. Oh, it's negative. Okay, so that makes a positive, so that, be careful with that. It was negative 5 over 2, so I needed a negative in here. Then a negative times a negative makes a positive, so now it would be minus 5, and I get y equals negative 3. And that's what I said right here was negative 3. Means we're down 3. So all you do is graph them first and then try to figure out where your points meet. So go ahead and pause the video and do the practice problems, and then I'll come back and work them for you. Alright, so this one only has one practice problem, and it says solve this equation by graphing. The system of equations we have to solve by graphing. Y equals 2x plus 1. I don't even have to rearrange that. Easy peasy. So that plus 1 means that it's going to, the y-intercept is at positive 1. And 2x means that it's 2 over 1 is our rise and run. So I'm going to go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. So that should be our line right there. Okay, and then our other one is x equals negative 1. So no matter what y is, x is negative 1. So if y is 0, x is negative 1. If y is 2, x is negative 1. So it's just going to be a vertical line here. Let me change the color on that. Run it from there down to there. There we go. Okay, and then the point where they meet is going to be right there, and that looks like negative 1, negative 1. Okay, so let's find out. I'm going to use substitution, so I'm going to say y equals 2x plus 1. Then I'm going to take negative 1 and put it in where my x is. So y equals 2 times negative 1 plus 1. 2 times negative 1 would be negative 2. Y equals negative 2 plus 1. Negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1. So my y is negative 1. Right there. Yep, that's right. There's my y, negative 1. And now I got to figure out my x. Oh, we already know what that is. -1. It tells us right there. X equals -1. So that one was pretty easy. All right, that is it for this lesson. Thanks for watching.